Hello, everyone. I have to wear my like a horn glasses, horn brilled glasses. Makes me more studious. I remember as a child, I would every so often I would see someone being teased about glasses, having to wear glasses, and I never got that. I think that people with glasses look great. And that even children would bully someone for having to wear glasses so they can actually see things clearly is kind of beyond me. I never got that. I will never get that. That that's even a thing, right? Yes. Where does this all come from? And it's just again shows even in children. Yes, they're old enough that they would tease another child about having to wear glasses on how pathetic actually bullies are. Anyway, so I had to say that. So we are in the Book of Wisdom 5. It's going to be a beautiful day out there. I can see the sun, that morning, like that deep yellowish, dark yellow glow out there. So it's going to be a beautiful day. It's going to be warm. It's been cool. It's going towards the end of May, and we had a real cool spell here. Cold spell. It was definitely cool. And I already have all of my winter stuff put away. I do this every year. I jump the gun when it comes to stuff like that. So this morning I thought, I wish I still had my robe out. Oh, it's right under the bed. It's not like that. But in a way, I enjoy the cool too. Yes? Yeah. So I try to, okay, I want to enjoy the cool. Anywho. The garden's always on my mind now, right? It's always garden. It's gardening time. It's the gardening time. I need to garden. And the little one, it's too cool to be outside with her. And it seemed like after the party, maybe we're not sure, she caught a little something from one of the other children or whatever. But I wanted to make sure she stayed warm. And so we've been just cruising around the house mostly. And she is so busy. She has figured out how to get, a year old now, to climb up on the couch. Oh, and she thinks it's a hoot. It's a total hoot that she can get up there now. And then she looks at me like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I go, no, I'm not going to do anything. Just be careful you don't fall off of it. So I have pillows. All the pillows from the couch are on the floor now, so that if she does tumble down, that, she has somewhere soft to land. So far, so good. She knows how to get off. She's actually really careful, but still, why take chances if you don't have to, and make it a little safer for her? Yes, and she's talking. She'll sit there and she'll talk. I don't know what she's talking about. And it's great. I love it. So wonderful. Every day the spent time with this little one has been so amazing. Just, oh my gosh, the love of my life. They all are, of course. But, amazing. Just amazing to be able to be a part of this little one growing up like that as a grandparent. What a wonderful heavenly reward, right? Yes. What do you all think is a heavenly reward, right? Yes, that is just. Well, let's get going here. Book of Wisdom 5. The godless called to judgment. All right. Again, I got all that wisdom going here. When the count of their sins has been drawn up, in terror they will come, and their crimes, confronting them, will accuse them. Then the upright will stand up boldly to face those who had oppressed him and had thought so little of his sufferings. Okay. It seems to me that June, it's okay. June's guarding my cat, guarding the door so the dogs can't come in, and they won't. She has her own way to intimidate. Oh, Gus's. I don't know if you guys can hear her. June, you are so asking for it. Gus won't do anything to her. Seems to me that all this wisdom is just theory, right? It's not even theory. It's theory. How whoever wrote this down, how do they know what actually will happen to someone that's not adhering to the laws of heaven? Oh, he just came in, walked past her, and she's all, hey, wait a minute. I'm the guardian of the door here. Gus, that's not your food. Go lay down. Go lay down. It's not your food. You can't have, you were just fed. And you had your treat in there too. He says, but I want more. I'm a big dog. I need more. No, you don't. Okay. Anyway, so. And again, if this was said at that time and to the people, right, where did this wisdom actually go? Okay, that's what they call it. Where did all this go? Did somebody just write this down and then, I don't know how many years later, when they started putting the Bible together, said, oh, this is good, let's put this in here. But what effect did all this have? Was this actually given to the people, right? Yes? Or was this just somewhere in a book written down by someone? Wishful thinking. I hope this is what's going to happen to people who are abusive to others, right? There has to be some justice somewhere. If justice can't be had, yes, in the world, then hopefully it'll happen in spirit world, right? Yes, we could look at it that way. Yeah. But as far as, is this exactly on how it happens? I find it interesting on how in one's own family, one makes so many excuses and gives so much leeway to someone that isn't quite doing okay when it comes to that, right? Who's, hey, wait a minute, how didn't you just talk to me? I'm very verbal when it comes to that with my children, or anybody for that matter. I said, don't do that. Why are you doing that? I called someone out the other day. I said, you just lied to me. I know you just lied to me because you can't answer my questions. And I said, why do you do that? What reason is there for that? Yes. So, in any case, in one's own family, right? Yes, one is in a way doing the right thing. Okay, by letting someone get away with murder or hide them away while they've done something where they should go and be held accountable for it. No. But many other things that one should, as a parent or even as a friend or a sister or brother, that yes, speak up and say, hey, don't do this in our family. Don't do that. That's just not right. And one tries to help figure out a way on having that person understand why things aren't, why their behavior is not okay. And tries to fix it, restore it, show love. Yes? But then when it comes to other people and they're doing something, then it's immediately, oh, they need to be punished to the fullest. This and that, right? See, do you see that imbalance when it comes to one's own circle, and then when it comes to the rest of the world in a way? Is that okay? Shouldn't the standard be the same everywhere? And what if it were? Yes? All right, then some people take it to the extreme in their own family. And, I mean, all I have to think of is the honor killings that they have going somewhere in the Middle East, where in their religion, for example, when I heard that the first time, I thought, oh my God, these people are nuts. What are they doing? Why are they punishing the woman for getting raped? And what happens to the guy? Nothing? But what is that the woman's fault? Oh, in some ways, really? I think just for some men, just knowing that's a woman is enough to rape them. And there's nothing to do with how they look or their outfit, right? And yet they have this in their family, that if that happens to one of their women, their daughters, they think they have the right to kill them. And that's murder. That is first degree murder. Done. And in your own family, that's like first degree murder. Over, I'm just saying, what is that? No different than people who wear glasses and getting teased and bullied about it. What's wrong with people out there? Why didn't they write some of this stuff in here? I'm sure that kind of stuff happened at that time too, right? Yes, somebody had a limp or this or that. Oh, look, you're a cripple, blah, blah, blah. Good for nothing. Might as well die. I'm sure that happened there too. And I bet people go, oh, yeah, that's kind of right. Yeah, kind of class. Or a woman who couldn't have children. No, probably not realizing maybe it's the guy. Okay, all right. And they just get another woman, and suddenly they are pregnant. Okay. So the woman can't have children. And it's like, I don't get that kind of. I don't get it. Why are people thinking like that? It's so not normal. Anyway, that's all theory. And seeing him, they will be seized with terrible fear, amazed that he should have been so unexpectedly saved. Stricken with remorse, they will say to one another, with groans and laboring breath, this is the one whom we used to mock, making him the butt of our insults, fools that we were. His life we regarded as madness, his ending as without honor. How has he come to be counted as one of the children of God, and to have his lot among the holy ones? Okay, wait a minute. Who are they talking about here? For a minute I thought, oh, they're talking about God. No, they're not talking about God. But what did I just say? I think that, as I said, especially when one is so attached to religion and then doesn't see the tree because of the forest and doesn't realize, hey, yeah, there's a lot of good things about this religion, or some good things. But a lot of things aren't good, aren't right about it. And why go with the stuff that's not right? Why can't people just speak up and say, hey, no, I like this part. This part's good. That resonates with my nature. But the rest of it, no, we're not going to go along with that. But people can't do that. I was saying, when the masses stand together, you don't have to fight. You don't have to bring out weapons. Just say, no, not doing it anymore. What? What is a leader of a country going to do? Kill half of his people because they say no to something? Well, then he ends up with no people. Who's he going to oppress and rule and be a tyrant of? Right? Yes? Huh? Are they that dumb? Huh? Could be. I don't know. Clearly, we have strayed from the way of truth. The light of justice has not shone for us. The sun has not risen for us. But this also tells us kind of what I said, where there seems to be an example here of someone, right, that has risen in some way, through something, it doesn't say. And the people who were, wicked or godless are realizing that, oh wow, there is something there, right? So in a way, this I can look at it that way. Was it written down that way really, or this or that? I don't know, but I can, from what I'm reading, I could look at it that way. So then this would be wisdom, right? Yes? Okay. We have left no path of lawlessness or ruin unexplored. We have crossed deserts where there was no track, but the way of the Lord is one we have never known. What good has arrogance been to us? What has been the purpose of our riches and boastfulness? All those things have passed like a shadow, passed like a fleeting rumor, like a ship that cuts through heaving waves, leaving no trace to show where it has passed, no wave from its keel in the waves. And yet it is theory again. Did this really happen? Or, again, the wishful thinking of the person who wrote this down. I wish these people would come to their senses. I wish the godless, the wicked, the oppressors, the kings, the nobles would come to their senses, so they could really truly lead the people properly. Yes? Yeah. Or like a bird flying through the air, leaving no proof of its passing, it whips the light air with the stroke of its pinions, tears it apart in its whirring rush, drives its way onward with sweeping wing, and afterwards no sign is seen of its passage. Or like an arrow shot at a mark, the pierced air closing so quickly on itself, there is no knowing which way the arrow has passed. So with us, scarcely born, we disappear of virtue, not a trace have we to show. We have spent ourselves in our own wickedness. Yeah, okay, so again, I don't think that, again, this is written down by one person, and I do not think that these are really the thoughts of someone that was at that time considered wicked, godless, or whatever, right? Yes? And I've seen people talk when they suddenly find Christ. Yes? And it's kind of like this a little bit, where they come to these realizations, and these are not bad people. They're good people too. And the ones that I've heard, they're good people. But they hadn't really confessed towards the existence of God. And then they do, and it's amazing on how fervent and the zest that they profess to it, witness to the existence of God. What I found, though, when people end up riding the spiritual high, that they come down from it awfully fast, and their zest dwindles. Yes. And then it just kind of goes back into the path that they've always been in, because they're not bad people. Now they just have, okay, the existence of God is there, but the fervor has kind of decreased. Oh, it's kind of like, I believe that, or what I've seen with people when they meet Jesus, in a way, when they suddenly have this realization, or God, or Heavenly Parent, it's like they're in love. Yes? Isn't it something? And it's beautiful to watch. So one can also say, well, then once the in love part is done, then the love deepens. It'd be kind of interesting to have some conversations with people like that. Anyhow. So, I kind of like this fifth part here. It is kind of when one witnesses about God and the creation and on what the behavior of mankind should be here on earth towards the principles of creation, of course, on how to get along with each other and be with each other. Yes. it is one would hope for. One would really hope for that the people who need this change of thinking, yes, this change of being, I hope for that. That's my hope. So this is not bad. I can't really, yes, even though I hope for that. Okay. For the hope of the godless is like chaff carried on the wind. Like fine spray driven by the storm, it disperses like smoke before the wind, goes away like the memory of a one-day guest. I don't know about that. I'm not going to. Glorious destiny of the upright and punishment of the godless. Again, we already had that. But the upright live forever. Their recompense is with the Lord, and the Most High takes care of them. We are all born in the image of God. And not just a few of us. Every human being on this earth is born in the image of God. That's a very easy thing to prove, right? Yes, because all the animals all over the world were created by whom? When it comes down to it. It's not just, oh yeah, in Europe, all the animals were created there. First of all, it was all one land mass at a time, right? Yes? So, to begin with, it was all God's people. However numerous they already were at the time of Adam and Eve, they had reached a level where God could give them all of them. Right? There's no choosing at that time. And then they spread out. So when people pass the spirit world, whatever was given at birth, right, or even before that, is still there. Just depends on how much growth did one put into it. I should probably wait until the New Testament, but Jesus has this parable where the father leaves, has 3 sons, and he gives them each a certain amount of money, right? Yes. And some of them increased it. One went and buried it. Buried the dollar that he had. Yeah. The other one went and doubled it, and the other one went and tripled it. And so when the father comes back, says, "Okay, what did you do with that money that I gave you?" And the 2 sons that did something with it and increased it showed that this is what we did. And here you go. And then the one went, got the money buried. And said, "Look, I kept it safe." Right? But it didn't grow. Right? Yes, that's kind of how it is with the spirits of people. Some just bury that spirit somewhere and live as however they want to. And some grow that spiritual nature. Yes? How do you grow that spiritual nature? By being evil? Okay, evil. By being wicked? By abusing things? By breaking the 10 Commandments? Anyway, so it isn't just the upright that live forever. Everyone lives forever. Due to that fact. Just depends with what you go to spirit world with. All right. For armor, he will take his jealous love. He will arm creation to punish his enemies. He will put on justice as a breastplate, and for a helmet wear his forthright judgment. You know what? Again, this is so war-based. Even here, right? I said, "Oh, I like this over here." It is so the. What if there were no breastplates? What if there would? What people never would have to wear a helmet except for okay, if they're building something and they have, all right, right? But would then a helmet be, how is a helmet, what does a helmet mean here? What does a breastplate mean here, right? What does that all go back to? War, right? Yes? It's weird. And a shield. What do you need a shield for? A sword. Oh, here we go. He will take up invincible holiness for shield. Of his pitiless wrath he will forge a sword. And the universe will march with him to fight the reckless. There you go. Bolts. Now, fight the reckless with what? With what exactly? With knowledge? With love? With patience? Try to, through our own life, our own example, or physically assaulting, attacking others we disagree with. Don't know. Bolts truly aimed, the shafts of lightning will leap, and from the clouds as from a full-drawn bow fly to their mark. And a catapult will hurl hailstones charged with fury. The waters of the sea will rage against them. And again, this is how God will respond, right? To the wicked, to protect the upright. Really? No. This is all, again, this is wishful thinking. That's wishful thinking as well. That's not going to happen and has never happened. That is defaming God's character and reputation right here. Yes? Yeah. Right, because oftentimes the people who want to walk an upright life are so helpless against the ones that want to control and oppress them. Yes. It's very sad, isn't it? Yeah. One would wish one had a superhero come and take care of it all, right? But it doesn't work that way. And it will never work that way. We have to know that. Yes? Okay. The waters of the sea will rage against them. The rivers engulf them without pity. A mighty gale will rise against them and winnow them like a hurricane. Thus wickedness will lay the whole earth waste, and evil doing bring down the thrones of the mighty. Well, I think a lot of these thrones are doing just fine. A lot of as I mentioned that, a lot of it yesterday, the stuff going on out there, I just have to say, wow, what? And here I'm bringing up what? Someone that has to wear glasses since childhood so they can actually see. Thank God for the ones that have figured out the right way to fix glass, to make these lenses, which is not that easy to do, by the way. Just saying, read up on that as well. So that's the end of 5. And there's so much more going on out there. It's just unbelievable. I don't understand it. I just don't get it. Why? And again, most people have, most of the leaders, some that are in the service of these cruel people, didn't have no place to go. Somehow then they were saved by them, and then they feel a certain amount, okay, I'm just saying. But the leaders, yeah. They all have families that they love and protect, yet so cruel towards other families, the members of other families, right? Do you know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? And so if they can do that within their own family, then they know what is right and wrong. They know it. They know. They experience love as well. It's not absent in people's lives when they are inciting war, abuse children, women, men, that do all kinds of other things. And it goes down then, it ripples down to the commoner where, why do you steal from other people? Because you don't have anything? Why do you not have anything? Or why does one not have anything? Right? Yes, what makes it suddenly okay to steal from other people? But I tell you what, if something were to be stolen from them, ooh, whew, you see? Then it would escalate to the next thing where they're going to go beat somebody up because okay, I'm just saying. It's odd. And yet they know. Oh, so you don't like things being stolen from yourself, but it's okay to steal from others. How is that? Okay. All right. Interesting. It's just all interesting stuff to me. And I thought about yin and yang as well, right? I've heard many times, and yeah, of course, it's even in the divine principle in a way. And it's where there's light, there has to be darkness, because otherwise light can't be seen, right? Okay, well, I think so. There are dark, right? There are, regardless on if there were no nighttime, right? There would be dark places, right? If you're building something or whatever. Okay, I'm just saying. And I like on how someone who says, no, it's dark is just the absence of light, right? And evil is just the absence of good. Yeah, okay. So there is no, but supposedly there has to be a counterpart kind of to light and dark and good and evil. And I'm going, really? I don't think so. How does that make sense? That's not right. That's just, again, an excuse on why things exist, right? Rather than, that's just how things exist. They were created that way. That's not true. God never created evil, never created some of the mayhem that we decided to just, just create ourselves, to do ourselves, because we have freedom of will. We get to do that. But that was never created. Right? But we have since we are created in God's image, we have the ability to create. And I guess we have the ability as human beings to create an awful lot of crap. Yes. Anywho, so that I said, to me, this is just a whole bunch of things where I have to say, no, we can't. We have to stop thinking that way. Yin and yang ain't right. It's not right. It isn't. Just as karma, being lucky, and fate also don't exist. Not in my opinion. It don't. Life is what it is. It is life. Right? Yes? It's just life. Life is as it is. Life. And there's nothing more to it. I absolutely admire people who can make out of very little so much when it comes down to existing on earth. And they exist happy, content, fulfilled. It seems to me that when the more people have, the more people are able to get and accumulate, the harder life gets for them. Yes, more unhappy they are. Yeah, it's an odd thing to watch. An odd thing to observe among people. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. I got to get going here. May Heavenly Parent bless and protect you, guide you, and embrace you with love. Eldritch, my wonderful brother in faith. Let's have another prayer. Yes, yes. Warmth, right? The next thing is to infuse warmth in everything. Warmth is comforting. Warmth is embracing. Yes. And warmth gives one clarity as well. Yes. Yeah, it's important. When the heart is warm and that warmth travels to the brain. Yes. Yeah. And then one holds on to that one thread that one has created and holds on to that. That's what one sees. And the rest of the jumbled up stuff, one does not pay attention to. Right? Yeah. And I will talk to you all another time.